I'd love to hear about your journey around working with team versus doing it all on your own.
Yeah, that's probably been my latest challenge. That's, I guess, the next step where I am. Doing it all on my own became untenable because I just felt way too stretched thin, whatever that cliche is. And I did it on my own because I was too scared to spend the money, because I wasn't sure if I would make enough money to hire someone. And it is scary in making that first hiring decision because, right now my CSD is a single mom. I have to pay her and therefore, by extension, her child. Yes. That feels like a lot of responsibility, right? So what I've had to do is let go of some control around the way I would have done things and the way she does things. And I'm constantly learning how to be a manager. And
a leader.
That is, and that has been tricky. It's been tricky. It's a set of skills that you don't really learn, and I don't think is very intuitive either.
No. And I would say that we are actually in the midst of a big shift around leadership and management from kind of a more, masculine model, which we all learned because in the past leaders were all men, to a more feminine model, which, by the way, doesn't have anything to do with gender, but to a more feminine model that even men now are embracing as well, that is more collaborative, sometimes, more spacious, less harsh and directive, and really does make more space for other people, really, again, to grow and evolve. And so, we'll talk more about that, a lot more about that over the coming months and years, because it's such a big piece. And, I noticed one of the things that you said, Kim, was that, I have this single mom and she's my CSD and I have to pay her. And I think that the mindset shift there is I get to. Because I'm a lawyer building a business in my community, I get to employ this single mom who otherwise, what kind of job would she need to take? And how would her growth possibilities actually be limited because of her situation and, the hours that she needs to work. And you get to give her this incredible job with, I imagine, some flexibility and getting to work for you and getting to serve families. So that I think is the mindset shift, is you get to be an employer and a leader in your community with that.
Yeah. Sometimes I sit there and I just think I created something that wasn't there before.
That's right.
And it's benefiting someone else.
That's right. Yeah. And your clients.
Yeah.
And your clients, because they actually have access not just to you, but to all the systems and structures that you've created and a team to support them. And I imagine that that's going to evolve even more. And so what I'd love to talk about now is, well, first of all, the money piece, and then second of all, the technology piece.